Leviticus 19:28. You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord. This verse is part of the holiness laws given to Israel, but how it is interpreted today differs across theological traditions. 1. Ancient Israelite context, original meaning. Before comparing traditions, we must note what the verse meant originally. Ancient Canaanites and surrounding cultures cut their bodies or tattooed symbols as part of pagan mourning rituals or witchcraft practices. These markings were connected to idol worship and necromancy, communicating with the dead. God was separating Israel from occult practices and cultural rituals tied to other gods. So the command was less about art on skin and more about rejecting pagan identity and spiritual contamination. 2. Evangelical/conservative Protestant position. Many conservative Christians hold that the verse still reflects a timeless principle. The body belongs to God. Christians should avoid practices associated with pagan rituals. Tattoos may be discouraged if they do not honor Christ. They argue that though the cultural context changed, the spiritual principle remains. Believers should not conform to worldly symbols or practices. This view is strong in holiness churches, Baptist traditions, and Pentecostal groups. 3. Moderate Protestant view. Position. Most mainstream Protestants interpret the verse contextually, not as a universal ban. Reasoning. Christians are not under Mosaic ceremonial laws, Romans 6:14. The prohibition targeted pagan rituals, not modern artistic expression. Motive and meaning matter more than the ink itself. Thus tattoos are permitted if they do not dishonor God. They are not tied to occult symbolism. They reflect Christian identity or personal meaning. This view focuses on freedom in Christ balanced with wisdom. 4. Roman Catholic view. Position. The Catholic Church does not forbid tattoos. Why? Leviticus 19:28 is part of Old Covenant cultural laws. Catholic theology distinguishes moral laws, still binding, from ceremonial civil laws fulfilled in Christ. Tattoos are morally neutral unless they promote immorality, disrespect the body, or mimic occult beliefs. For Catholics, the key principle: the body is a temple, honor God with it. 5. Orthodox Christian view. Position. Eastern Orthodoxy discourages tattoos, not primarily because of Leviticus, but because the body is sacred and should reflect God's image. Tattoos may distort the icon of the human body. Modesty and simplicity are preferred virtues. However, the Orthodox Church rarely treats it as a salvation issue. 6. Liberal/progressive theology view. Position. This perspective sees the verse as entirely cultural, with no direct application today. Reasons. The command was about ancient paganism, not body art. Modern tattoos carry different meanings. Christian ethics should focus on justice, love, and human dignity. Self-expression is not inherently sinful. Thus, the verse is read historically, not prescriptively. 7. Practical theological common ground. Across traditions, several shared principles emerge. The body belongs to God. Motive matters. Avoid occult symbolism. Avoid markings tied to pagan rituals or spiritual danger. Honor God with your body, 1 Corinthians 6:19. The disagreement is not about whether God deserves honor, but how this honor is expressed in modern culture. Summary of contrast. Ancient Israel, ban tied to idolatry and mourning rituals. Conservative Protestants often discourage tattoos to avoid worldliness. Moderate Protestants permit tattoos but emphasize wisdom and intention. Catholics allow tattoos, emphasize dignity and the body as God's creation. Orthodox discourage tattoos out of reverence for the body as an icon. Progressive theology sees the verse as non-binding cultural